Okay. So tell me some array methods that you are aware of. Any of
Uh,
array methods.
Map, reduce, filter, slice, splice, uh,
Okay.
push, pop,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah.
What is the use of map method?
Map is used for so what it will do, like suppose there is an array 2 3 4 5, and if we want to multiply each element by 2, or uh, subtract each element by 2, so we can do with the help of map.
What will it return?
It will return, the resulted output, like so 2 3 4 5 is an array, suppose. So if we want to multiply it by 2 for each element, so 2 3 4 5 will become 4 6 8 and 10. So this will be our
Okay. What is the use of find method?
find method. It will return the element, like it will return the element at first occurrence, like
Hmm.
the first, which like accordingly to the condition, if the first element will get written.
Okay. What is the use of filter method?
Filter method, so suppose uh, there is an array 2 3 4 5, and if we want elements greater than 5, so we can do with the help of filter.
What will it return?
It will return 5 as per the condition, greater than 4. So 2 3 4 5 greater than 4, then it will return 5. Your voice got.
Return or what?
Yes, come again.
In the filter, after
Yes.
filtering the array, what will it return? What type of data it will return?
What type of data? I didn't get. Like the output will be 5. So what type you mean to say, data type or like?
Okay, so let's say there are 1 to 10 numbers in an array, and you
Yeah.
want to greater than 5. You want to return greater than 5
Yeah.
values. So using find method, what will it return?
6
Okay, and using filter, what will it return?
6 7 8 9 10.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what is the use of callback function?
The callback function is a function where we can pass a function as an argument. That is nothing but an this callback function.
Okay, okay, what is asynchronous function?
Asynchronous function is a function where we can execute the function independently of other process. So like what happens in sequential process or synchronous function, that the process it get first, like it gets executed in order, but in asynchronous function it gets executed like independent of other process. So yeah, that is an asynchronous, that is independent, so it can be run in any order. We can say in short asynchronous function, for example like set timeout, set interval. So these are the examples of asynchronous functions.
Okay, do you know spread operator?
Yes.
What is the use of spread operator?
So suppose there is an array A with 2 3 4 as an elements, like 2 3 4, and there is another array B which is 5 6 7, and if we want to merge two arrays elements, then we can do with the help of spread operator, with the help of, like in C, what we will write in closed brackets, triple dot A comma triple dot B.
Okay. Okay, so for fetching the data from the API, what module you use? What
I,
language?
Yeah, for fetching the data we like we use Axios as well as this fetch method.
Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay. So fetch is a synchronous function or asynchronous function?
Fetch method is asynchronous as it makes a asynchronous request to the server. So yeah, the fetch API is asynchronous.
Okay. And how do we handle error using fetch?
with the help of catch.
Okay. Uh, okay. In React, what is fragment? Do you know fragment?
Oh, fragments are like div, like fragments. So what it happens, it like it doesn't produce extra elements in the DOM. So that are fragments.
Okay. What type of mm, okay, what do you prefer using class component or functional component?
Functional components.
Okay, and okay, so how do you pass data from parent to child?
Parent to child props.
Okay, do you know props dot children?
Yes, props.
Props dot children.
Props dot children. It is you. It is kind of a prop. So it is used for passing data from parent component to child component.
Okay, what is state?
So state is used for storing the data. So what it does is it is used to hold the data within the component. So mainly for that purpose we use state.
Okay, what is controlled component and uncontrolled component?
So, uncontrolled component, it is managed by the internal state of the component, whereas in controlled component, it is managed by the React state. So, this is the main difference which I can think of.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is higher order component?
Higher order component is used for so it accepts the component as an argument and returns a new component. For example, if you want drag down or if you want to highlight the text, for that purpose we use HOC.
Okay, what is context?
Context API. So it is used to avoid prop drilling.
So, context API, it helps for sharing the data between the components, but avoiding the hierarchical way. So, that is the main thing in context API. It avoids the hierarchical way of passing of data. So yeah,
Okay, let's say I have one state.
Okay.
Okay, and uh, after 5 seconds, that
Yeah.
state changes automatically. Okay,
Okay.
and whenever that state changes, I want to run some function or some logic or something.
Once the state changes, we have to apply the logic.
But something that I want to run some code.
Okay, uh, so you mean to say once the state changes, there should be a function. It automatically should be run.
Yes, yes.
So how can we do that? You mean to
Hmm.
say? So
Hmm.
with the help of use effect, we can pass the dependency as a state, and there will be a function and in dependency, like suppose there is a ABC state as a state, and suppose ABC state changes. So what we will do, function and comma in square brackets we will write ABC. So once the ABC state changes, it the function will run.
Okay, and what if we don't give any dependency in use
It
effect?
will like empty. It will run once.
When will it run? Once that is correct, but when will it run?
It will run during the page rendering.
Do you know custom hooks? How can we create custom hooks in React?
Yeah, function, and we will write use usc, and whatever we want to write function name, but we have to write in like initial usc.
Okay. Mm, can we use hooks outside of the functional component?
Hooks out, no, hooks are used in functional components only, not outside. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What is the use callback hook?
So use callback, it is similar to use memo, but it uh, like it is used for function purpose. Like use memo is used to memorize data, but use callback is used to memorize function. So that is the main difference.
Okay, what is lazy loading?
Lazy loading, it will helps to load, like it will helps to load the page quickly, web page quickly. So main purpose of lazy loading is to load the web page quickly. uh, with the help of react.lazy, we do.
Okay, how does routing work in React?
So routing, so what it will do is like it, suppose there are multiple home, login, these kind of pages are there. So it will route, once we click, it will route directly to those pages. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, what is Redux?
So Redux is a, you can say it is used for global state management purpose. So what it happens is there is a store, and what, so mainly why we use it, when we deal with larger projects, we mostly developers use Redux when we deal with larger projects. So what it happens is there is a store, and uh, we keep that data so there, so that each component can have direct access to it, rather than passing from one component to another and so on. To avoid that, we can have this approach so that it can have direct access to it.
Okay, what are the main three components of Redux?
Action, store, and reducer, these are the
What
three main components.
what is action? What is reducer?
Okay, so action, what it will do is like it will tell the reducer what action needs to be performed. So accordingly, that action will perform, and then store will store the data, whatever the data needs to be stored. So these are the three.
Okay, how do we call? Okay, how do we perform any action from functional component?
uh, we can use dispatch hook. Yes, with the help of use dispatch hook, we can dispatch the action from functional components.
Okay, how do we access store data in component?
With the help of use selector, we can do, like we can access this store data from the use selector.
Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, I think that's it for the interview.